I want something
Homemaker.
extra.
I'm really still talking about homemaker or sex machine. Which one would you want? I say homemaker, and you can learn how to be a sex machine, but homemaker, you can't. Most people don't want to learn that. That's something you gotta have.
No, I think the other one is true.
I think it's
A person don't want to be a homemaker. Nobody wants to do that.
you can train
That ain't naturally in somebody. You can learn how to do that. That other thing, because I don't want to have to negotiate with you and barter. Can you learn this new trick? Or baby, please, could you, if I ask nicely, I cleaned up all the rooms. I did this. Can I please have some little bit of head, please? Well, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable.
When you batting like Aaron Judge, I don't think you gotta do all that.
No, you will. So getting her to do it correctly, well, with a lot of enthusiasm is natural.
But then she have to
might
learn
lay
that though.
down.
Then don't they have to be learned though?
But
or you just saying she want to learn it
in
before
my
you?
experience,
You just want to learn it before she get to you.
Either or. It's not a
hopefully,
right or wrong answer.
hopefully she learns with me. That's fine. But the most time, I know a person, a man works, brings home money, doing all this stuff, but he still don't get it. He get what he wanted, but she just, I think they've been married for like 5 years. She still haven't learned how to eat a hot dog, whatever. You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to tell somebody to do this, to do that. And it's year 5, and you doing all that. They don't have to work and stuff like that. I think those people, in my experience, those people who want to do it, they do it. And the people who don't,
tell me this. For a dude that's like, what's the pros and cons of having a girl that's not a homemaker, just purely sex machine? What do you think the pros and the cons will be?
The pros is easy.
I know what the pros is, sure, right?
But listen.
How much can you have in a week though? Like if you meet a girl, like how much can you really have in a week? How much?
That's why a lot of men get married and get pot bellies. You know what I mean? Because they don't.
Not me.
They're not doing the abs that they need to be doing.
Yeah.
And how much can you do? Nobody wants one side of the spectrum, a fully homemaker or a sex machine.
No,
you don't
balance.
want either or.
You want balance. Yeah. Like right in the middle, like a balance, right?
Hey, a good sex machine gonna make this a home. I don't care what you're talking about.
You gotta which one would you rather have to start out with, homemaker or sex machine? That's what I'm saying.
Sex machine.
I'd rather have a homemaker. I learned all that. I'd rather have a homemaker.
Look,
if you got the appeal, if you know how to talk to women, you can work to that. Because she had to learn it before she got to you. She had to work to that.
We always wondered.
Finding a woman that's a homemaker, man, it's like finding the last of the Mohicans, bro. They ain't even out there like that.
No, rarity doesn't just because it's rare doesn't mean the value goes up. To me, I'm not looking for that. I don't want just a homemaker.
And I'm saying, what's the cons though? What's the cons to that though? We know what the pros are. We know what the pros are, but what's the cons?
Because you have to. You really have to. You have to show a motherfucker how to cook and all this stuff, but they got certain qualities. They just ain't been taught it. Like, hey, you know this. I don't know why.
So you say the sex should make you more patient. If she putting out, you'll be more patient.
You gonna be
I cook.
He said I cook. You said
I cook. Man, great. My mom taught me how to cook. We got a grill. We got a air fryer. We got everything.
You hear that? You hear that? If you single and complaining, you hear that?
Hey,
if you toss it up, they'll take care of the rest.
I want to say so much, but I can't say it. I want to say so much, but I can't say it.
You can say whatever you want. But you don't know if that homemaker really likes you. You know, that homemaker wants to touch you once a month. But she getting the kids
I think
together,
it depends on the person.
making lunch.
If you got
And
game, you can. A woman will want you if you got game. If you know how to do it.
That's what
now,
I'm
in the
talking
ideal
about.
world, but we don't live in an ideal world. This
So what
person, you
skill?
said
You didn't learn that
either
about being
or,
single. You didn't learn that about being single.
Listen,
Like I told my wife, there's one thing, even though it's not right, but you learn about talking to different women, is you learn the art of dealing with women.
hey, I'm gonna say this real
I only
quick.
want to deal with one. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna say it real quick. When we was in our 20s before 30s, we always wondered how was the hoes back in school married before us? Ding 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 ding.
Are they still married now? That's the question.
No,
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
Some of them not. Some of them not.
yeah,
I can name 10
yeah.
names right off the back of the head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Celebrating their 15-year anniversary. But something or whatever.
I take y'all word for it. I
I see
prefer the
it,
homemaker.
but
Because when you
no,
got
I
kids,
don't
you talking
want
about
that.
family. You talking about family and kids, man. I prefer homemaker, man. I
Yeah.
No,
do.
I don't want that. Like why you gotta accept either or? But
Because
look,
how
you
much
don't
sex
even
can you have? Realistically, how
look.
much sex can you have in a week? If you got to go to
I'm
work, you got to do other things. How much can you have in a week?
whatever I keep it on my plate. How much food can a person eat?
I don't
You
know.
know, I
It don't
seen
take energy to eat food
you
than it
don't
do to do
know.
that, though. It don't take
Yeah,
that much
it
energy to eat
does.
food than to do that.
Realistically,
And you
30 minutes.
spoken like a
Sorry.
fat person.
30, 40 minutes.
And
That's all
after you
you
get
get.
done, how many times can you do that within a week, though? You saying 30 minutes, but how many times can you, and still be functional?
Anything the
And still
homemaker
be
can do
functional.
for
How many
me.
times can you do it and still be functional?
Realistically, once you get married, you barely gonna get it far few in between. You know what I'm saying?
It depends. All about, like you said, if
Being
you slanging that
functional.
iron, if you slanging that iron, I disagree.
See?
No.
Yes.
If you're a person that's a homemaker, they probably don't like you. You
BDE,
probably
that
having
BDE,
once a
BDE,
month, once every 2 weeks.
BDE. If you got the BDE,
What's BD? That's how I say it.
Man, look, bro, you making love to a dead fish every twice a month. Even if you laying it down, they're a homemaker. You gotta and
I
don't be
think it's
deep.
homemakers out there that has
Just
both.
what?
I think it's
No,
homemakers
don't.
out there that's just a balance. It's the balance of the two. It's homemakers that work on it.
Exactly. So you see what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
we more on this side, man. Especially if you got some size, you got to deal with that homemaker dealing with it. I don't know what that. Ooh, that's too much. And my mom, yeah, man.
Yeah.
You can have it. You can have it.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Y'all might have to bleep this out. Oh, you can.
Oh, you can. Oh, you can. Oh, you can.
Look, hey, that one that really want to do it with you all the time, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. You can make a housewife. You can make a housewife.
If she don't, as long as she don't get too deep in the game, she get too deep in the game. That's impossible.
Mm.
It's impossible.
No,
Hey,
that's when they get paid. You know what I mean?
Man, we know
That's
dudes and
what,
girls. We know dudes and girl one getting paid. Dudes sitting in the back seat. Man, I think I love her, man. It's like, do you understand what you talking about?
that's early in the game. That's high school. That's
Oh, that's early in the
college.
game. That's
You
early in
know what I
the game.
mean? But if you got somebody 30 and they've been doing it since way back then and they still want to do it just out in the streets, uh,
We know dudes
they
that
want
met
that
girls
on
like
their
that,
team.
and then they changed when they got married. They changed. They flipped the switch.
mm-mm.
Yeah.
But
She
they,
only be a hoe for you. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. I
hey,
want
guess
that. I
what?
want that. I
And if they
want
don't want to
that.
do it, and if they did it and they don't want
Yeah.
to do it no more, hey, you got to make the decision. Do
That's
you
true.
want that person to be a franchise player or do you
Boy.
want to be a free agent?
Yeah.
Because
It's easy to
Cause
switch
I'm your
teams.
husband and I'm getting the leftovers. Nah, I don't want to deal with that. So you gotta make the decision. You move
Yeah.
around.
Like I
So
say, yeah, I
go
was
ahead. Go
spoiled.
ahead, Bill. Go ahead.
I was spoiled. I had the best of both worlds early, so I was spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, too, man.
My girl got a girlfriend.
Yeah, man. Unless I just say this, if you never had like a homemaker that don't complain like that, you get the best of both worlds. It's an amazing thing. I can say that. It's an amazing
You
thing.
got a girlfriend.
But that's a rarity, though. It's like finding the last of the Mohicans,
Man.
and you got to thank God when you find it. You know?
Look, and I ain't seen it since.
Like,
But
man, why I gotta?
Bro,
I don't want to argue with you to wash my clothes. That's crazy, man. I got to convince you to wash my clothes, man.
I think we arguing
guess
over
what?
tolerating.
Because sex only
Before
takes
I
30
get,
minutes, but homemaking
guess
is like
what?
take longer. But sex only 30
Guess
minutes.
what? Before I get married, I'll wash my own clothes. You know what I mean? And I can still, there's something I
Most dudes
can
don't wash
do.
their clothes
I
like a woman
cannot.
would. Most dudes don't wash their clothes like a woman would, though.
Hey,
You just wash it
That's
just
crazy.
cause.
That's
You just
crazy
throw that
thing to
stuff in the
say.
washer and dry. If you fold it up, you just throw it, you hang
no,
it up.
sir.
You just
That's a
No,
hang
crazy
sir.
everything
thing to
up.
say.
Not me.
Hang
I
everything up.
That's that's a crazy thing to say. I can wash my clothes, but I can't blow myself.
yeah.
That's point blank period.
That's true.
That's true.
I
All
agree.
right. Peele